know there's one thing that I believe. You can't stop me from chasing my dreams. I know it's rough and the road is long. I got the strength that can carry me home, yeah. You can try to silence my voice, but the world's gonna hear my song.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all? What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Von, Mr. Von Channel Sweatbox. We back, we live, we active. So look, I want to talk a little bit about Representative Steve King and fucked up shit that he said on Twitter the other day. That's been getting a lot of pub. This dude has been a racist since day one. I mean, he said, this is the same dude that said, I think he said last year that white culture is the only one that have he said something to the effect that white people are the only ones that have contributed anything to Western civilization, which was the most asinine statement I've ever heard anybody say. I mean, this dude is a super duper racist, and he works in our government. What does that tell you? Not only does he work there, he's been reelected multiple times. So, what does that tell you? That he's not being held accountable for any of the racist shit that he has said or continues to say. I gotta pull it up because I want to read this quote verbatim so you guys can actually understand what he said. On Twitter, he said, after retweeting what somebody else tweeted, the tweet that he retweeted was hundreds of Islamists shouting Allahu Akbar in Rotterdam, the Netherlands. Wilders is right for over 10 years. He then tweets, now that's not what Stephen King said, he retweeted that. But when he retweeted that, he said, Wilders understands that culture and demographics are our destiny. We can't restore our civilization with somebody else's babies. I mean, this is a dude who honestly believes that white people are superior. He really believes in that Adolf Hitler master race bullshit, which is ridiculous and stupid on so many levels. But what's even stupider is the fact that you had people on TV, on the news channels, trying to defend this. Jack Kingston, I'm talking about you in particular. But you weren't the only one. You weren't the only one. All of you Trump supporters out there were trying to defend this. This is non-defensible. This dude is a flat-out racist, and he's been a racist. And me making this video in the uproar, as you can get an uproar about this all you want because it's not going to change. It's not like he's going to get kicked out of office. It just really makes me very upset that we live in a world where a dude like Representative Steve King works for our government and has a say in policy and represents this nation. He's a disgrace, and it upsets me. This is the year 2017, and we still got people who spew that bullshit. And I don't know. I mean, there was proper outrage, and people were upset about it, and people called him on his bullshit and called him a racist. But at the same time, he still holds his position in this government, and that's a problem. I mean, here's the thing about it. Yeah, free speech is free speech, and you should be able to say what you want. But this is a dude whose decisions affect people's lives. Particularly, he makes decisions that can affect minority lives, people that he deems to be less than him, people that he deems that aren't equal, and he's making decisions. So if this is a guy who doesn't think people of color and minorities are equal to him, what makes you think he's going to make fair decisions when it comes to writing policy? Of course, he's not going to make fair decisions, and that's the basis when we talk about racism and entrenched racism and systemic racism and stuff like that. You have people in positions of power who are racist, who then write policy and laws that affect minorities and affect people of color. Him, Jeff Sessions, our fucking president. It's disgraceful. This country should do better. So, I don't know, man, but Representative Steve King, you're a piece of shit. I heard Stephen Colbert say last night for the first time in I don't know how long, we have somebody, the author of The Shining, Steve King, isn't the scariest Steve King on the planet anymore. It's so true yet so sad. It's so true yet so sad. So I'm going to post this video and we'll see if I can, you know what I'm saying, get some people's attention with this one, because Representative Steve King, and feel free to tweet at him. He's on Twitter. He tweeted that shit, so feel free to tweet at him how much of a piece of shit he is. I'm going to do it. As soon as I finish this video, I think I'm going to tweet him again just so he can remember he's a piece of shit. So, yeah. Alright, you guys, I just wanted to bring that to your attention and let you guys know that we continue to fight this fight against the horrible people that are trying to run this country into the ground. So, alright, you guys, you know what to do. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And as always, keep it locked right here, because I'm uploading new content every day. Alright, you guys, you know what to do. Peace. 100, y'all.
Good enough for me. Long as you need somebody